Hi there, Laura Dankoff here from PathToHealthAndHealing.com and HormoneHelpForWomen.com. Today I want to talk to you about your cortisol levels. So how do you keep your cortisol levels in check? Well, cortisol is a hormone that affects our sleep-wake cycles, better known as your circadian rhythm. It is impacted by our stress levels. This is really important. Let me take you back to 2000 and it was about 2005, 2006. I'm not unlike a lot of women. I was burning the candle at both ends. I was working full time. I was in grad school. It was, had a family and had to keep all those things in balance. I was still trying to, do my regular exercise routine. But what I was doing was also burning myself out. And this was taking an enormous hit on my cortisol levels, my adrenals, my thyroid, because they're all interconnected. And next thing I knew, I was a complete hormonal mess. And I needed to figure out, what was going on and what things were contributing to it. And one of the biggest things contributing to it was my lifestyle. It was, I have a type A personality, go, 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 wasn't getting enough sleep and was trying to achieve a lot of things and trying to be perfect like many women do. The result of that was my hormones took a hit with it, particularly because I was in that prime age of perimenopause when the hormones are already shifting anyway. So cortisol is one of those things that is very sensitive to our stress level in our lives. So let me ask you, do you feel tired and stressed more often than not? Are you noticing that you're gaining weight easily and struggling to lose it? I was too. These can be signs that your levels of cortisol, a stress hormone, are on the high side. They can be high, but then they can also crash and burn as well. So should you be concerned? Yes, you should be concerned because it's going to affect how you feel. It's going to affect your energy level, your sleep patterns, your weight, your ability to recover from stress. So chronic stress is a big culprit affecting millions of women every day. Our bodies release stress hormones such as cortisol in what's better known as the fight or flight response. You're fleeing from the tiger or lion, and your body reacts the same, and that you're trying to deal with an acute stressor. But over time, just the normal day-to-day stress, we can be in that heightened state of stress and awareness just in our day-to-day life, doing like I was, taking care of a family, going to grad school, all of the normal things that we all deal with on a daily basis. And this can really take a toll on our cortisol levels over time and can be potentially dangerous to our health as well. Now, there's a lot you can do to keep your body's cortisol levels under control. So today I want to give you some tips on things that you can do and start implementing right away to help lower your cortisol level or keep that cortisol level in check. First and foremost, we got to keep the stress level under control. Easier said than done, I know, but cortisol, it's going to stay high and then potentially crash over time, and you can end up just like I did if you're not already in that state already. So what are some things to help lower stress? We've all heard how important meditation is. Well, some people say, well, I don't know how to meditate. Well, one of the things you can do is just take 5 minutes to yourself in peace and quiet and sit quietly, or do some slow deep breathing. And in order for things like this to work, you don't want to just wait until you're in that high stress level to do it, but you want to make it a part of a daily practice, because then it becomes easier and easier to get into that calmer state. Kind of hand in hand with this is mindfulness practices. Maybe, like I said, the deep breathing, getting out in nature, grounding or earthing, it's called. You stand outside in your bare feet and you get the healing benefits of the electromagnetic field of the earth. Is a great way to bring us into balance. So definitely getting out in nature is always good for us. And then some people like doing journaling, because then instead of letting all the stress and frustration and things going on in your life get internalized and just build up there and then get down into your subconscious, actually writing things out, just letting things flow without judgment, can really help on a daily practice, just as a daily practice to be journaling. And sometimes you can look back and read those things and things come through or epiphanies happen that you didn't even know were there. Next is getting plenty of sleep. Sleep is super important to help us restore and rebuild our adrenals. Now here it's also a catch-22, as you can find it hard to sleep when your cortisol levels are high at night. Because if they're high, that's going to keep you more awake. So if you feel like you're more awake in the evening, this can be a clue that your cortisol levels are higher than they should be at night. And it also, when the cortisol levels are high, it can suppress melatonin, which is very important for our sleep. So you may also feel tired in the day, like I said, and wide awake at night, or you may feel wired but tired during the day. These can all be clues that your cortisol level is out of balance. And in a moment, I'll talk about some different things that may help to calm down a high or also help support a low cortisol level. The next tip I have for you is eat plenty of whole foods with anti-inflammatory benefits. So chronic inflammation can be a factor for high cortisol levels, so it makes sense to eat a diet that is low in processed foods and rich in nutrition and anti-inflammatory foods. So whole organic vegetables, fruits, spices such as turmeric is very good for us as well. And stay clear of the high glycemic foods. This would be foods that have a higher carbohydrate content, and those carbs turn into sugars in our body. If you're not sure what a high glycemic food is, you can check out glycemicindex.com. You want to avoid trans fats, and sugars. These are all very inflammatory foods and are not going to help us when our cortisol level is high. And if you're stressed out, what do you tend to gravitate towards? You tend to gravitate, or a lot of people do, towards inflammatory foods such as sugar, alcohol, processed foods, quick, fast food, things like that. Everything that's going to further feed that imbalance. You want to make sure you're getting an adequate fiber intake, lean proteins, and healthy fats as well. The next tip I have for you is regular exercise can help you manage your stress and balance your hormones. For cortisol, it can bring things back into balance and can be super effective at helping your body deal with the stress more efficiently. Now, this is certainly true when the cortisol levels are high and you've got all this adrenaline going. It's a good way to get that under control. Now, if you are low in cortisol and you're really at the, where the cortisol is kind of flatlined on you, doing a strenuous exercise routine actually will backfire on you and become more inflammatory, make it harder for you to lose weight. And in this case, you may want to do more calming exercises such as walking, yoga, qigong, tai chi, these relaxing kind of exercises. Another tip would be some essential oils in a diffuser can have a very relaxing and calming effect to help calm down the cortisol imbalance. Things like lavender and bergamot, frankincense and myrrh are just a few of the essential oils that have been found to be super effective here. Then I mentioned some herbal adaptogens. These are things that can help calm down a high cortisol or support a low cortisol and help with that stress response. So this is another step that you can take to try to help with balancing your hormone levels naturally. Some anti-inflammatory things that you can do here with herbal adaptogens are things like ashwagandha, medicinal mushrooms, holy basil, passion flower. One that I really like for high cortisol is phosphatidylserine. This is great calming supplement that can really help calm down that high cortisol. Now, if somebody has really low cortisol, they may benefit from things like rhodiola, but some people are really sensitive to rhodiola and will find it too stimulating. So, but there's lots of different herbs out there that you can certainly explore, and they're known as herbal adaptogens. However, whenever you look at taking any kind of herb or supplement, don't forget you always want to consult with your healthcare provider before taking any of these things, especially if you're on any medications or have pre-existing health conditions where there could be some interactions, and that needs to be cleared up before you venture into taking any of those things as well. So these are just some simple tips to try to help support your cortisol level. If you want to take things a step further, my goal is to build a tribe of women, helping women navigate all the ups and downs and complexities of their hormone health. And that is why I developed the Path to Hormone Health membership tribe. And I am currently enrolling women into that. If you would like to learn more, the link will be down below this video. And I would love it if you would like, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right, have a great day.